Check this out. Fight companions with a camera instead of coming to you from just audio alone. Our first one. Welcome to the show. I'm Kevin Ferrer. This is Liam Dunlop here. You get to finally see us face to face.
Oh God.
And I was gonna say, like, I'm sorry that you have to see us face to face for this episode. But in this one, we're gonna talk a little UFC 192. What's going on there? TJ Dillashaw moving camps. Huge.
Massive, like
unreal.
Changes the game.
Yeah, you want to talk about UFC 192 first, super quick? Or no? Or do you want to talk about what happened just now?
I don't want to talk about it.
You sure?
Josh Donaldson, Jose Bautista. If we're from Canada.
I don't know if you can
tell.
Around
the world.
I don't know if you could tell. Yeah, we've got viewers worldwide, baby.
But do we?
Man, you know what? I look at YouTube analytics, right? And we have some people that watch this in Europe. I swear to God, in Europe, Germany, and
that's in Europe.
I got whatever, man. Like UK, Germany, Japan,
really?
Japan. I don't even know how you understand us. Thank
you.
But that's no, seriously, like that's what it says on. That's why YouTube analytics is top notch.
Thank you, YouTube. Yeah. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about the Blue Jays. I know this has nothing to do with fighting, but David Price.
Horrible start.
No, horrible start, but he did all right. But
he's not very good in the postseason.
No. They showed the records against the Texas Rangers in the postseason. No, but I don't think it's all his fault. Justin Smoke.
No, absolutely not.
Smoke,
no.
What was he doing at the plate?
Yeah, what was going on there? Because I stopped watching to come set this up.
Yeah.
About halfway through the game.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing, and it wasn't good.
So Donaldson got hurt.
He got kneed in the head by Odor. Odor was the best player for the Rangers. He got hit by pitch twice.
Yeah. Scored
twice, and then hit that crazy home run that just skied out of the park in 3 seconds.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
The fifth inning.
Damn.
It was outstanding. And it's oh, man.
So then Donaldson got hurt. Bautista got hurt later on.
Yep.
And then, so it's game one of a 7-set series. It's not a good start,
no.
But I mean, they have room. They have time.
We got pitching. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the one thing the Texas Rangers don't have. Is the starting.
Who's next on the mound tomorrow?
It's Cole Hamels versus. I'm pretty sure I think it's Stroman.
Oh, it's perfect.
Then it's all right, but okay.
As long as Donaldson goes back in the lineup, I think he'll be okay.
No, he already got through concussion protocol.
Oh, he's good.
He's already got through that, so I don't think the next day he'll be like, "Yeah, I have a concussion now." But let's get into fighting.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk some UFC.
We're our viewers, man.
UFC 1. No,
now we're called viewers. They're called viewers now.
I know, it's great. We're upgrading. We're going hard. All right,
what are we gonna start with?
UFC 1 and 2. What do you want to start with? We got a lot to work with here, man.
It was an all right card.
The prelims were pretty sweet. At least I found, because there was a lot of finishes going on and stuff like that.
Who were half the guys that were fighting?
Yeah, true. The main event.
Yair was cool.
Yair Rodriguez for the featherweight division is, I think he's the next star. I think he could be just because of how he fights. If you look at him and you compare him to another elite athlete, and I mean you look at it in depth, footwork, how he strikes, how he sets up his takedowns, and how he sets up his ridiculous offense. He'll throw spinning kicks at you.
Yeah, he's all over the place for that, for sure.
He's crazy. And I'm not surprised he won.
But look at those takedown numbers. Not good.
No, he has work to do. He's still young, but that's the thing. He's young. Exactly. He has room to grow and keep going. And he's undefeated, man. So, to me, I think he has one more fight in him in the prelims or something of that nature, and then he moves on to a top 10, or maybe even someone number
top
12.
Top 10's really soon.
Or number 12 or something like that.
13 against an unranked Yair.
Yeah, exactly. But and we'll talk more about the future too, because we'll go on about Northcutt, but we'll get to that in a second, which was unreal.
The women's fight though, Juliana Pena versus Jessica Eye.
Yeah. How did you feel about that one?
I don't know. On our last podcast, I thought Jessica Eye was gonna own it.
Yeah, I thought Jessica Eye had the advantage in this one.
Because she's more experienced. But
and Pena was off for a while too with injury.
Juliana Pena looked great though.
No, she did, absolutely.
She did. She's like, as we can see, like we have the stats right in front of us.
She dominated on the ground.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 takedowns of 6, so 50%, even though Jessica did land her only takedown. But
you can't look at it in that way. Yeah, and the
Pena
judges
owned her on the ground.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
she just completely dominated her.
Because her ground and pound was so strong. Mm-hmm. I think that's what she's worked on in her last camp. Was ground and pound.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pena.
Yeah.
But Jessica I think Jessica might be done.
You think so?
Maybe, man.
You think she's had just one too many? Because her last fight against Misha, like she was great in the first round.
And that's against Misha Tate, one of the top contenders.
Yeah. She did really great in the first round against Misha, but then the second and the third, she just got dominated.
Yep.
Misha just kept, again, like Juliana, just kept taking her down. I think that's Jessica's weakness that she needs to work on. But like, can she come back from that?
I don't think so.
I don't even know how old Jessica is.
I don't even think she's in her 30s yet. She might be late 20s, maybe 30, 31 max.
Yeah.
But I think she might be done, man.
How about Pena calling out Ronda Rousey?
I don't like. Why do you do that? Why do you do that?
To give you attention. Everyone's taking the Conor McGregor approach.
But that's what you don't do for me.
Yeah.
You don't call out the best in the game, because all the people that have called out Ronda Rousey, they came into the ring with Ronda Rousey, lost.
Yeah.
I'm going to take on the next. She's the best. I can beat her. No. You don't do that. To me, you don't.
You don't think she has
Juliana Pena cannot touch Ronda Rousey in the ring.
Yeah. Well, I don't think anybody can, but she could be the next person.
Why?
Why not?
But why?
Why? She's 6-0 in the UFC. That's exactly how many wins Rousey has before Holly Holm. And then
you called that one already.
And then you have to.
You got it. Yeah, I know.
And then so she has that going for her. Not to mention how she's dominated pretty much everybody she's won the octagon with.
Yeah.
And you look at the rankings for the women's bantamweight division. How do you make an argument for anyone else? Realistically,
she's beat everyone.
Who, Ronda?
Yeah.
She hasn't beat Juliana.
But
they haven't fought.
Ranked? Where's she ranked?
Juliana?
Yeah.
That's a great question. I'll check it out. But what else are you gonna do in that division? You know what I mean?
The division. Okay, I'm not trying to be biased, but I think that women's bantamweight division is kind of getting boring.
Yeah.
Because everyone that steps in with Ronda Rousey is a Ronda Rousey win, but every other one, she's not even on the top 15.
Well, she's been out for a while.
But she hasn't. No. She's not even in the top 15.
No, she's in.
Oh, there she is.
Number 7.
She just got up to number 7.
She jumped 5 spots, beating Jessica.
That's huge.
Look at the rest of them though. You have Sarah McMahon, Rousey's already got.
Yep.
Sarah Kaufman, done.
Yep.
Amanda Nunes, she hasn't fought her yet.
Not yet.
Alexis Davis, yes. Kat Zingano, Misha Tate, all done.
Yeah.
Amanda Nunes is an interesting fight, and you could go that route. Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
But then in the meantime, who'd Juliana fight? Would she fight Sarah Kaufman?
One of those other top, maybe a Kat or Sarah McMahon or Alexis Davis.
True.
She can't go right to Ronda. She can't do it.
The thing is, though, do you feed Juliana to a top person like anybody up there and risk losing a contender, or do you give her someone easier? Let that simmer, let Ronda do her thing, and then slip Juliana in when Ronda doesn't have anyone going for her.
That's where the UFC business comes in hand, right?
Yeah.
Because Juliana Pena won the Ultimate Fighter, the first woman's Ultimate Fighter.
True.
So she's not just that's what bugs me. You can't just go straight for the top contender.
Yeah.
You got to start getting the WWE sort of storyline into it. But that's what's going to happen maybe. Juliana Pena still has to work her way up. Mm-hmm. She can't go right for her. She just moved up from 12th to 7th.
Yeah.
She can't go straight for number 1.
Either way.
Do you think she could beat a Misha Tate, an Alexis Davis, a Sarah Kaufman, a Jessica Nunes? Do you think she could beat her?
She has a chance. She has a chance.
A chance.
Yeah.
But she's not guaranteed.
She is top notch on the ground.
But it's not guaranteed.
No, nothing's guaranteed.
But
nothing is guaranteed.
Seen, pretty much every fight with Ronda Rousey, it's guaranteed Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, but that's Ronda Rousey.
And she's beefing her.
Yeah, but that's how you get the attention, though.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I say good on good on Juliana Pena for calling out one of the best fighters in the world in Ronda Rousey.
Easily.
But at least she got her name on the map, especially after a long layoff. So good on her, I think. Let's move on to Benavidez and Ali Bagautinov.
Wasn't as good
Hey,
as I
man. Hey. Sucked.
Sucked, man. Yeah. Like, look at those percentages of strikes landed.
Like
It was all defense.
Flyweight fights are usually pretty entertaining. Like they're super fast. I find.
I'll argue it. I'll argue that.
Yeah.
Because when I went to the Demetrius Johnson versus Horiguchi, we left.
Did you?
Yeah, me and my buddies left.
You didn't tell me that.
We left.
Oh man, I have so much of a different opinion on you now. No, I'm just
come
kidding.
on, man. But my cousin was still there. And he texted me after the fight, and he's like, "You just left the latest submission in history."
How bummed were you? How bummed were you?
What?
How bummed were you?
Oh, I was disappointed.
Yeah.
But the flyweight fights, when you see them live, they're not as good as like those big boys that are good. Like you're expecting to knock someone out.
No.
It's a lot of running around.
Well, it's not even running around. It's just good technique. It's good footwork.
You can call it technique, but it's a lot of running around.
That's what it is, though.
It's a lot of running, man.
No, we'll get to running.
Oh,
we'll get to running.
Oh,
but
no, don't. I don't even want to talk about that. But yeah,
let's
do it. Yeah.
Like Joseph Benavidez, like I don't even know.
He should be better than that. To win by decision against like Bagautinov. If I'm saying that right.
Sorry, no, I'm just kidding.
How do you say it?
No. Bagautinov.
Okay, Bagautinov.
You could just call him Bag or call him Roids because that's probably what he is.
Look at him. He's a freak. But that fight was probably one of the most boring fights after Sean Jordan's.
Yeah, that one's pretty bad. Like the Joseph Benavidez Ali Bagautinov fight,
which shouldn't have been boring,
and the Sean Jordan versus I don't even want to say the dude's name.
Ruslan Magomedov.
True.
Oh, I got that one.
And then I'm proud of you for that
Cheers.
one. Yeah.
Oh, don't clap
respect. Respect. No, but like those fights were just
like
they're rough.
Yeah, it lost me faith.
Like I'm surprised.
UFC 192 then.
You're telling me a heavyweight fight with heavy hitters went 3 full rounds? Hey man, wasn't your argument last week that they? Oh wait, you did argue that they usually go full rounds.
It was yes, it was.
Damn,
it was either
damn.
it was going to be a knockout in the first round because Sean Jordan can't get through 3, but he did.
I can't believe he got through 3. Well,
he was dying.
They both barely made it 3 rounds.
They were dying. Like he almost passed out. I swear to God.
Oh, absolutely.
I swear he almost passed out. Sean Jordan.
I mean,
Magomedov.
I remember him walking to his corner. And I thought he was just going to say,
I quit.
Nope, done.
I quit.
Done. And that was after the first round. Give me a Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry.
But Magomedov was, if he had the knockout power, he had Sean Jordan. He doesn't have that.
No, he hit him with some heavy shots.
But he doesn't have the knockout power.
Maybe he does. Maybe just Sean Jordan's just a beast.
I don't think so.
No?
No. Even Joe Rogan and Goldberg were saying that. He doesn't have the knockout power.
Yeah. Yo, one thing I want to mention.
Let's go.
Too, is before that, there we go. The walkout songs at UFC 182, solid.
That might have been the best thing of the whole card. It was
that was probably the best thing of that fight, Sean Jordan, because Ruslan came out to, what did he come out to? I have notes here. This is what Eye of the Tiger.
Adorable.
Eye of the Tiger. Hey man, it happened on Saturday. It's Thursday. For those of you that don't know, yeah, I don't know when this is gonna go up to. So it's Thursday. Well, I don't even know what day it is, but either way, it happened on Saturday, man. You got to make notes. Either way, he came out to Eye of the Tiger. He's
good
sick,
song. Like,
and
it's a productive song.
Not to mention, okay, fight might have sucked. Sure, whatever.
Yeah.
He's 6'3", trains at an AKA with monsters. He trains with UFC light heavyweight champion, who is also on this card, Daniel Cormier, Luke Rockhold, who is the #1 contender to Chris Weidman's middleweight championship, and Cain Velasquez, who is the former UFC heavyweight champion and is going to get another shot at the title. He trains with killers every day. And if you see him move, if you saw him move, he was hitting him head kicks and everything.
But he couldn't knock him down.
He still pulled off head kicks, like spinning kicks. He's 6'3". You don't see a 6'3" dude do that.
Who was he facing?
You don't see a 6'3".
Who was he facing, man? Sean Jordan. Sean Jordan has zero movement.
6'3". Yeah, I know.
Okay, let's go to the next one because this is bugging me. This whole fight bugged me to no end. Like I couldn't even. Like, I was watching it.
It not only bugged you, but it bugged the crowd because they started doing
booing,
the wave.
and they did the wave.
Man, the only time I ever heard the crowd cheer for that fight was when they were doing the wave. I thought there was like a fight going on.
Yeah.
No, man. I looked closely at my TV and I just I was like, oh shit.
Right.
But let's go to the co-main. Ryan Bader, Rashad Evans. What do you think?
You called it.
I know.
Oh, you called it last week. Ryan Bader was more he was more ready.
Yeah.
He was more ready. Of course. Rashad Evans just came off almost 2 years of a layoff.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah,
2 years,
exactly
right?
2 years, yeah.
What are you going to expect? Putting him up against Ryan Bader.
No,
He's
but
an absolute animal.
Rashad moved like Rashad though. Like Rashad Evans still looked like Rashad Evans.
Of course.
Ryan Bader was just the better man. Like to me, even if it wasn't a 2-year layoff, because to me he didn't look like he had ring rust that much.
He came out in that first round like he was fought like 3 months ago in a UFC card.
So that's what I mean. Like to me, the ring rust wasn't that big of a factor in this fight, because I don't want to take that away from Ryan Bader's win here. This is by far the biggest win of his career.
Huge.
Oh, other than maybe Phil Davis, who was another big win.
Now he's gone.
Yeah, but now he's fighting for a title.
New UFC fans don't even know who Phil Davis is.
True.
Which
you
is
should
annoying.
You should know who Phil Davis is, first of all.
But
if you don't watch Bellator.
Even if you're a new UFC fan, you know who Rashad Evans is. Or was.
Yeah. Former UFC light heavyweight champion.
He knocked out Chuck Liddell.
With his own move.
Yeah.
An overhand right. What? Unheard of. But Ryan Bader clearly in every shape that you could think of in fighting.
Even triangles?
Yes. Everything.
Yeah.
And not every shape, every aspect. Yeah. That's what I meant.
He owned him though.
Yeah.
Like
he won that fight.
I was watching it and I was just remembering our last podcast and I was so disappointed. I was like, I called Rashad in front of Kevin, in front of all our listeners, now viewers.
Yeah.
But I was like, come on. Rashad, you got to do me better than that.
I feel bad for Ryan Bader though.
Because it was kind of a boring fight too. You got to think.
Okay, yeah, but that's not even what the reason why I feel bad for him is it's his 5th fight in a row that he's won. He's kind of like the Michael Bisping of the light heavyweight division.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that.
He's the Michael Bisping.
He's never going to get that shot, you thinking?
No. He's never going to get it.
I know.
He's never going to get it. Because there's just
he's not exciting enough.
It's not even that.
No, because Bisping's not that exciting to watch.
No, but they're both tremendous athletes.
They are,
but they'll never get to that big time.
Why though?
I feel like I feel like we can come back on that because the co-main and the main event kind of tie in together.
That's true.
So let's really quickly go over one of the best fights.
It's been a while since we've seen a fight like that.
That we've seen, yeah. Alexander Gustafsson challenging Daniel D.C. Cormier for the UFC light heavyweight championship. And a hell of a fight. 5-round war.
Oh, it was a war.
Unbelievable fight.
I think it's one of the best fights since Gustafsson-Jones.
For light heavyweight or just in general?
Might be in general. Because every fight we seem to say that's like one of the best fights we've ever seen is light heavyweight.
Yeah, light heavyweight.
I think it's the best athletes, personally.
I can argue.
You can argue
with
it.
Yeah,
but these guys are big, but they can last 5 rounds and still be there in the 5th round.
Yeah, they're entertaining for sure.
That's exactly what it is, and that's what UFC fans want.
Yeah,
they don't want to be bored by some 135-pound guys just running around. They want to see two big boys.
Yeah. It depends.
Knocking each other's heads off.
It depends who it is, though. Like, I think in every division, it depends who it is. Like, that puts on that kind of fight that's going to make you remember it, even 2 years later, which was Jones Gustafsson 1 in Toronto.
You were there, weren't you?
Yeah, I was sitting lower bowl.
Oh,
it was unreal.
What did you say? Oh, you one up
lower
me,
bowl.
Eh?
Yeah.
I was upper bowl.
Yeah, you were upper bowl. I think you were right behind me.
I think I was. We were texting each other. And
yeah,
you said
we were.
like you were doing one of those things, right? Like,
yeah,
see me? Do you see me? And I'm like, oh man.
Yeah.
That guy paid money for those spots, but that was the best fight I've ever seen live.
Oh, for sure.
And probably one of the best fights I've ever seen. Period. That might have been the best fight of all time.
I think it was because just the atmosphere alone.
The strikes these guys were taking. But let's go back to this one.
Because okay.
That was one of the best fights. But
it's the same. It's the same thing, though. Yeah. It's the same thing. You could compare those two fights exactly the same because that's what happened in this one too. Just relentless striking, one after the other. Except Alexander Gustafsson was kind of putting
running away.
The pedals on,
he
like backwards.
Ran away.
Yeah, he started running at some point.
Because when Cormier got him in that clinch,
man, he kept feeding him.
Fed him punches.
His nose shattered.
I swear. I saw it.
Yeah.
Like I saw like one of those. Like,
oh really?
Gone.
Oh damn.
But that happens.
Yeah, it's fighting for you.
You're a professional fighter, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, whenever Cormier got him in that clinch, which was his game plan, because the reach was outstanding for Gustafsson.
Yeah.
Gustafsson didn't use that reach at all.
He tried.
He couldn't though.
He couldn't.
That's what's
which
so
was
good about
weird.
Cormier.
Yeah. The thing I didn't get is Cormier came in with the exact same game plan as, well, every other fight if you really think about it, but it didn't work against Jones. And Jones is the same size as Gustafsson.
It's not going to work against Jones.
And Gustafsson couldn't do what Jones did, which was pretty much fight him in his own game.
The thing that's huge about it, I feel, is Cormier only got one takedown.
Yeah.
As the big wrestler he is,
yeah,
like, he made the Olympic team.
Yeah.
He's on the U.S. Olympic wrestling team.
Hell of a takedown, though, I might add.
It was. He just threw him down. He, like, twisted him like a pizza and just threw him down, you know?
Yeah.
But
Olympic wrestling team, you're saying?
Yeah. He was on the Olympic wrestling team, and Gustafsson held him off and got him scared to take him down. But whenever Cormier got into his corner, they were saying, take him down. Why didn't Cormier follow that? Like, why do you think? Cormier didn't follow the advice from his corner to take him down.
I noticed that too. I feel like maybe he took him down the first round and he was dominating him pretty much on the ground. They got
like destroying him on the ground.
Yeah. They pretty much spent the whole first round on the ground with Cormier on top.
Yeah.
And then I don't know how this happened. It just came out of nowhere. Gustafsson, they come back in the second round, which, by the way, by far the best rounds in that fight were the second and third. So they came.
You didn't know who was going to take it.
Yeah. Gustafsson came back out in the second round, and DC, for whatever reason, kept trying, and Gustafsson, he couldn't go down.
Shut the door.
I didn't get it because he got him so easily in the first round when they were both fresh, when they both weren't tired. Exactly. And now they're both tired. They're both beat up. If more, at this point, Gustafsson, because he was trying to fight Cormier off his back the entire first round. And then DC can't take him down in the second, which was so weird to me. But I think DC, the reason why, not only that, was because he was having a lot of success in the clinch with those uppercuts. That was doing nasty. A lot of damage to Gustafsson. Was
nasty. Like, that's one of the best clinches I've seen in a long time.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
but
he didn't let the other hand, like, but the thing with the clinch was Gustafsson wasn't protecting his face.
I feel like Gustafsson's just a badass. He didn't care.
But why?
Well, how do you...
Punches,
think
uppercuts?
About it, though. How are you going to defend that, realistically? So, like, okay, I'm here, right? And I'm kind of... Sorry. I'm going, right?
I don't know. Yeah, so it's true. Like, am I going to take, like, one hand there?
You
and, like,
could.
Put one hand on the knee or something? Like,
because then everything opens up with knees and, like, everything, so it becomes dangerous.
That's true.
I think Gustafsson just knew in his head, okay, I'm going to early the weather storm here by DC with these uppercuts. I'm going to take as many as I can because I know I can take them. And just take your chance and take a chance.
It's a title fight. That's exactly what happened with him and Jones. He took too much punishment, and he lost the fight.
Who, Gustafsson or DC?
Oh, Gustafsson.
Oh, okay.
Gustafsson took too much punishment against John Jones, and he lost the fight. And that's exactly what happened here. Because he won. Derek Cleary gave him the win. He gave him the win. He lost in a split decision.
Yeah.
You can't win. You can't do that. You gotta win. You gotta win the fight. If you have Gustafsson's power,
do you think he took his foot off the gas pedal?
He got scared.
You think so?
He was running away the last 2 rounds.
Yeah, he
Rounds
was.
4 and 5 were boring.
I remember on the broadcast on commentary, I forget who mentioned it. It was either Rogan or Goldie, and they were saying, "I've never seen a fighter
run away."
No, not even that. Put his physically back to front. Like Gustafsson back was to DC's front, which was so weird.
He would literally go like that.
He would turn around completely. And I forget which one it was, but they said, I've never seen a fighter do that many times in a fight, which is weird. But how about Gustafsson's, though, still got the only knockdown of the entire fight, that huge knee in the 3rd round.
That was great.
I thought he was going to finish him.
So did I.
I thought he was going to finish him for sure.
But Daniel Cormier is just, he's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't personally, as a fighter, I'm not the biggest fan of Daniel Cormier. But that fight got me into, really enjoying his fighting.
Yeah.
Because he got knocked down. He probably had no idea where he was after that knee.
No.
He had no idea where he was.
No clue.
But he got back up. And he just fought, man. That's what you got to do. You got to just get back up on your feet. That was the opposite of Gustafsson, right? Gustafsson just ran away.
That's pretty much what the whole... And then
that's my argument with Gustafsson. You just can't run away.
And then in the 5th round, it was pretty much just all DC again. It was the same thing as the 1st round.
Exactly.
But either way, it was a split decision win for Daniel Cormier.
He deserved it. Good for you, man.
Big ups to Daniel Cormier.
Good for you.
Good luck, though, with your next challenger. Probably not going to be Ryan Bader, which kind of ties it all here. So, and I'll get to Gustafsson in a second, but my point was I feel bad for Bader because he's won 5 in a row. DC wins. They already have kind of a beef going anyway.
They have. Between
each other. If you think, common sense-wise, that's the fight to make in the light heavyweight division as far as DC's next contender goes. However, throw in the monkey wrench that Johnny Bones Jones is back.
Please be back.
He's back.
Please be back.
On the prowl.
We need him back.
Like we were talking about last podcast, he got off pretty much. He's got to do some community service hours.
Oh no.
Whatever. Do some he has to make 73 appearances at the Boys and Girls Club.
Boo-hoo.
No jail time, no restrictions, nothing. So he can come back anytime he wants.
That's nothing.
So
please come back.
Probably going to be Jones Cormier for sure.
2.
Or is it? Because I was talking about this with a buddy of mine. So do you think it's going to be that next? Because if you think about it.
No.
No?
No.
Do you think Ryan Bader?
Why not? That's why they set up that Bader-Evans fight, I think.
Yeah?
I think so.
Because, okay, they made an announcement, too, last week, which was kind of odd. They announced April, I forget the date. It was either 14th or 16th of next year. They want to be in Madison Square Garden. It's not legal yet in New York City to have sanctioned MMA events. But UFC's working on it, and they're hoping that that's going to be the day that they finally go for the first time in a very, very long time. Now,
isn't Johnny Bones Jones from New York?
Exactly. Yep. So, do you put John Jones in with Cormier at that time at Madison Square Garden? Is that the fight to make in that main event so that it'll be that successful? And that's a long layoff. So, do you put Bader in, or do you just wait to make that grudge match?
Do you think Cormier wants that weight?
No, actually, Cormier even said he wouldn't fight John Jones at New York.
It's too far away.
No, not even that, because he doesn't deserve to have hometown advantage. Which is...
Why?
Because of...
He's the champ. I still find John Jones is still the champion.
Well, he thinks because John Jones pretty much screwed over the UFC by doing that to them. He's got valid reasons.
Yeah,
he's got a valid point.
That's why he's a commentator too, as well, right?
Yeah.
Do you think he's still going to be commentating while he's a champ? Like, I don't like that.
He still does.
I don't like it.
No.
You're a champion.
He's an analyst though. He's not really like.
I know, but
he's not biased. He's just an analyst.
That's true, but you can't. You're the champion now.
They do a lot of those fighters though.
Do your thing.
Yeah.
Just do your thing.
Oh, he's still good, and he's still good at both. Yeah.
I really like him. Actually.
He's very good.
I really like him.
But I was gonna say for Gustafsson too.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for the guy.
Why? He didn't win either fight.
No, but
he's had 2 chances. He hasn't won.
That's the thing.
It's his fault.
Because no, think about it. He's had 2 wars inside the octagon for the title against Jones and against now DC.
Yep.
And both times, I think both times it was a split decision. Both times. So like that's why I feel so bad for Gustafsson.
Might have been. Was it not unanimous against?
No,
Jones?
it was a split.
Okay.
It was a split too. And that's the thing. Like it didn't go his way either like both times. So like. What now for Gustafsson? Like, does he just become like the Uriah Faber effect?
Yeah, exactly. He's
you know
always
what I
gonna
mean?
be waiting for another chance. Yeah.
Almost like a Ryan Bader kind of deal.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know who he'd fight next. Like, would he fight Bader?
No.
No?
No. Gustafsson lost his chance, I think.
Rumble said he wants Bader. Actually, Bader wants... And, okay, Rumble said he wants Bader, and Bader said he wants to avenge his loss against Glover.
Yeah, that's a weird triangle or square, as you call it.
I don't know what's going on there. There's a lot of possibilities, though, in the light heavyweight division right now. It's kind of awkward, though.
Nah, that's what happens, though. Everyone wants somebody else.
Yeah. I mean, and then now with Jones coming back in, everyone in the light heavyweight's going, shit.
I know.
So it's going to get interesting, though, like it has been. But, all right, let's rewind from the main card a little bit. All the way down to the early prelims. There's this kid that we talked about in the last show. His name is Sage Northcutt. He's 19 years old.
Pretty boy.
Oh, for sure. I think he models. No.
Axe, he said.
Yeah. It's actually, speaking of models, just really quick before we get to Northcutt, Alan Duane, who fought on the prelims, signed a deal. He's an actual model. He signed a deal with Versace before this fight. Versace. And he lost, by the way. Knockout. Horrible. Felt kind of bad for him because he just signed that deal before the fight. Yeah. But either way, Northcutt, what do you think of his performance?
Unreal.
Yeah. What do you think of the kid? Like, look at him. Like
he's beautiful.
Google, I think I said this last time too.
Yeah, you did.
Google his name and then you'll know what I'm talking about.
He's beautiful.
He's a great looking kid.
He landed almost 70% of his punches. His strikes.
Yeah. His fight didn't last long. It lasted
ridiculous.
52 seconds.
52 seconds.
Or 58. Whatever it was.
But it should have been less.
You think so?
Yeah. Like I think the ref ended it pretty late.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
So the thing is with this kid is like Sage Northcutt, like a Yair Rodriguez, they're kind of like the future of the like just the sport of MMA, not even just the UFC, just the sport, because that's what's gonna take for the future to evolve.
Yeah.
A perfect example, and
he's 19.
Yeah, and you can like agree or disagree with this. Don't be afraid to like cut in at all.
Okay.
So Bader Evans, they're kind of, if you watch their fight, they're kind of like 2006 fighting.
Very old.
So like they're kind of old school. If you look at the way that they move, their move set, just and how they defend and how they just do anything pretty much. And then you look at Cormier and Gustafsson, how much like more evolved they are.
Cormier looks so good.
And then you look at Sage Northcutt and Yair Rodriguez. To me, not yet anyway, but they're getting to the point where they're going to surpass Cormier, Gustafsson, just as far as skill-wise.
It's possible.
They're the future.
It's definitely possible because they're freaks.
Yeah, like, they're freaks in nature.
Freaks of nature, exactly. As we were talking about earlier before the show, Kenny Florian, what did he say about Sage Northcutt?
Oh,
I don't agree with it one bit, but what did he say?
He said that he believes Sage Northcutt has the potential to become a George St. Pierre times 10.
No.
You don't think so?
How can you be?
He's 19 though.
But how can you be?
He could be.
But why? How can he be somebody that's one of the probably top 3 UFC fighters all time? Times 10?
Okay, but
times 10.
It's still too. It's still too early to tell.
But what does that mean? How can you be some guy times 10?
I think he
That's like saying
I think
be Walter Payton in football times 10.
Yeah,
What's that mean?
I think he meant to be over the top. He just meant that he's gonna be that good.
I don't like it.
No.
You can't say
that. Do you see that? Do you see him being in the future?
But one day he's gonna get knocked out.
Like George.
It's true. Yeah. Times 10? Like, what's that mean?
He's gonna get a worse knockout.
Yeah, he's gonna get knocked out worse times 10. He's gonna be better times 10. What does that mean? Like, saying that
bugs you.
It bugs me.
Yeah.
You can't be somebody times 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a better season than Eric Dickinson times 10. What's that mean? You're gonna get 20,000 yards rushing in an NFL season?
Yeah.
No, you're not. What does that mean? So how many knockouts do you think George St. Pierre's had in his career?
Knockouts?
Yeah, over 10. He was a boring fighter.
Yeah,
but 8, 6.
I wouldn't even go that high.
Okay, times any number by 10. That's what I'm gonna go for that though. Times by 10.
I see your point. I understand your point.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Speaking of just fighters that are on another level, TJ. Do you want to talk about TJ Dillashaw?
Let's go.
Yeah. Okay, so TJ Dillashaw, who was a part of Team Alpha Male, is now a part of. You don't like this move?
No. So I just think it might be a good move for him.
He went to Team Elevation, which is based out of Colorado. So he moved from LA, California to Colorado so that he could train at Team Elevation and so that he could pretty much be alongside his good friend and longtime training partner, Duane Bang Ludwig, who is pretty much the one that kind of elevated TJ to that level.
Oh, funny.
Yeah, thanks.
No, because Team Elevation, you're a mile high.
Yeah, they're fighting above sea level, so like you're gonna get a better.
Above sea level.
Is it an exact mile?
The Mile High Stadium in Denver.
Oh, okay.
Colorado. It's amazing. There's this one guy in the NFL, Ryan Clark. He used to be the safety for the Steelers. Mm-hmm. Now he's a safety for the Redskins. He can't even play in Denver because of his heart.
It messes with you.
Yeah,
a lot.
He has a heart problem that he cannot play in Denver because of the elevation.
Really?
That's why people go and train hockey, football, basketball in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah.
Because the air level is so thin, the altitude is so high.
It's just harder to breathe.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you get kind of messed up. That's why guys train there, so that when they go to normal sea level,
they're like, what?
It's like
I'm breathing beautiful air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And their cardio just is on another level.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
That's why when we saw what was Cain Velasquez versus Fabricio Verdum,
yeah,
when they were in New Mexico City,
yeah,
they were in Mexico City.
It's like a ridiculous number.
Yeah.
That it was like above sea level.
It was almost 2,000. Like
it was a lot.
Yeah, 2,000 meters or something like that.
Yeah.
Something crazy. It's like
it shut Cain down. Yeah,
it did. Pretty much, yeah, as you could see.
And it shut him down.
But so I think that might be a good thing for TJ Dillashaw. If TJ Dillashaw is training at those altitudes,
yeah,
that's why they're called Team Elevation, right?
Yeah, but the controversy though is Uriah Faber and Duane Ludwig don't get along because Duane Ludwig used to be the head striking coach of Team Alpha Male. And that's the thing, all these allegations that Uriah Faber came out with on Duane Ludwig, because Duane Ludwig left about a year and a half ago or something like that. And just recently, like Faber didn't want to make it a big Faber didn't want to make a big scene out of it because of TJ, but now he's just so sick of it hearing from Bang that he just laid it all out there. And it was everything that you could think of, from like money laundering to being racist in the gym, just like a sponsorship kind of deals that went haywire, everything that you could think of. And then Duane kind of came back on a podcast, but he was like, man, I don't want beef anymore. That's pretty much what he said.
Why would he? That ruins his business.
Yeah.
Like,
but how about Conor McGregor though? Predicting this whole thing.
That's weird.
That's weird.
But that's what Conor McGregor does.
He said that.
Is he psychic?
He could be.
You never know. Those crazy Irish.
Crazy Irish bastards.
Whoa.
Sorry.
What did you say?
Nothing. So, yeah, TJ going to Team Elevation.
I like it.
Do you think it's gonna run into a problem with? So
I
do you
guarantee
think
a lot of the alpha male guys might do the same thing.
Do you think?
As long as they like the way Duane does his business.
TJ Uriah, does it happen now?
No.
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 Absolutely not.
No. Why?
They said they'd be open to it for the right amount of money.
I think it might be cool.
Oh, for sure.
But you never know.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add? You want to talk about Dotson super quick before we end the show?
We can stick that to the next show.
True. Oh, I already said it, though.
Let's go for it.
Dotson moved up to 135 because he's got shit all to do at 125. That's pretty much it.
He's lost twice to Demetrius, so
all right.
That's what happens.
I think that wraps about it. That wraps it up.
Man.
So go check us out on Twitter at Fight Companions, capital F, capital C, because apparently that matters. I don't know why. Check us out on Facebook, Fight Companions. Just do a little search. It'll be right there. You know the logo.
Give us a like.
Yeah, give us a like. Check us out on YouTube. Subscribe. And help us out that way. And that's pretty much it. We hope you enjoyed the first ever Fight Companions on camera.
What are we going to call it? Video cast?
No, it's kind of lame.
Okay.
Sorry. All right. Anyway, that's it for this week. We'll see you next week. It's Kevin Ferreira, Liam Dunlop. Peace.